Oh my gosh, the fact that I had to put on earrings and eyebrows for this video means I'm so not cut out for this YouTube life. But these eyebrows are on point though. Oh yeah, I'm about this life. I'm not about that life. Hi guys, welcome to day 17 of NaNoWriMo, and I reached 40K! Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to finally be at 40,000 words, and I will talk about that more at the end of the video. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. Pajama life. It is rainy and miserable outside, and yeah, sorry guys, Now, today I wanted to do a tag video. I was tagged by Khaki Clay Caroline, who's also the creator of this tag, and it is the Get to Know Me tag. And there are 10 questions, so let's get started. Do you have any siblings? I do. I'm the oldest. I have 2 younger brothers. One, we are 2 years apart, and my youngest brother, we are 9 years apart. Number 2, where did you grow up? I spent the first 7 years of my life in Zaria, which is a city in Nigeria. I am Nigerian by birth and culture and background, everything. My parents are both Nigerian, and then we moved to America in 1994 when I was 7 years old, and yeah. I grew up mostly in the South, North Carolina, and that's where I spent most of my life. And then when I went off to college, I spent, after college and subsequently up until just this past year, I spent the last 8 years living in New York City. So, yeah. Number 3, what's your favorite movie? I hate questions like this. I hate favorite questions because I don't tend to have favorites. Or like one favorite. I have a lot of favorites for a certain season or a certain time period of my life, and then I move on, and it might not be my favorite anymore. I might outgrow it, or I might discover something else. So this question is very hard for me. I have so many favorite movies. I will tell you like a few movies that I constantly rewatch if I'm in a bad mood or I'm having a bad day or I just want to feel happy and cheered up. And my number 1 movie that I've always loved ever since I was a little girl is The Sound of Music. It's probably my number 1 go-to for having a bad day. Close second is Pride and Prejudice, the 1995 version with Colin Firth. I absolutely adore that movie. And then if those two I've just watched those too many times or I need something else, I will turn on TCM. Turner Classic Movies is like the best channel in life. And I don't watch TV, but when I used to watch it a lot, I would always turn on Turner Classic Movies. These days, I just, find the movie online, and like A Philadelphia Story, I absolutely adore Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. They're 2 of my absolute favorite actors of all time. I can watch that movie anytime, or Bringing Up Baby or any other movie they've done. I can watch Cary Grant in anything, y'all. But yeah, I just love old classic films. I love Bette Davis. There's so many old classic actresses and actors that I absolutely adore and watch their movies all the time. Number 4, what's your favorite TV show? There's another favorites question. I have so many favorite TV shows. Growing up, I was obsessed with Sailor Moon and all those a lot of cartoons I was really into, and then I also really loved shows like Saved by the Bell and Full House and Step by Step and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Family Matters and oh my gosh, The Cosby Show. And then as I got older, as a teenager, I used to watch the CW a lot, and I'd watch shows like Dark Angel and oh my god, there's so many shows. Smallville. Y'all remember Smallville? And, God, what else did I used to watch all the time? One Tree Hill. Oh, I adore One Tree Hill. I've probably rewatched that show like 50 million times. Roswell. Oh, I love Roswell. I was so mad when they canceled that show. Oh. And I love The Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl. I used to love all those CW shows. And now that I'm older, I really do enjoy rewatching those shows, but I also really love Girlfriends, Sex and the City, any current shows I'm really enjoying. Scandal, everyone loves Scandal. Revenge, love it. I really love Gilmore Girls, I can always watch that. I don't know, just, there's so many TV shows, guys. So many TV shows. Okay, number 5. What's your favorite, another favorite Disney movie? My all-time favorite Disney movie is The Lion King. I cannot watch that movie without crying my freaking eyes out. I first watched it when I was 7, when we first came to America. Fun fact, it was actually the first film I'd ever seen in theaters ever in my lifetime, and it was the first movie I ever watched in the United States, and that movie will forever hold a special place in my heart. But I also adore Mulan and Beauty and the Beast, and I used to really love Pocahontas as well. I just love so many Disney movies. Sleeping Beauty is actually really, really good. I watched it kind of when I was younger, but I didn't pay attention to it. And then I rewatched it when I got older, and I was like, I like this movie. And the only Disney movie I never really liked, to be honest with you, is Snow White. Yeah, never really feeling her, you know? Yeah. But I love The Little Mermaid too. Ariel, and I loved the music in The Little Mermaid. I don't know, I love all the Disney movies. I'm a Disney girl. I grew up watching those films, but at the same time, I knew the reality behind those stories, because when I was a little girl, my nanny used to read me the Grimm's fairy tales, and so when I would watch the Disney movie, I'd be like, yo, that's so not what happened. But I'm totally gonna enjoy this movie anyway, because I'm a girl and I love romance and I love happy endings, but yo, that's so not what happened. You know? Another one I don't really like as much is Cinderella. Cinderella. That's like the highlight of that movie for me. After that, I'm like, okay. But I tell you what, I love the Cinderella with Brandy. Oh my gosh. I would take that version of Cinderella any day over the original. I love the Cinderella with Brandy. I love Brandy, but the songs in that movie, oh my gosh. I rewatch that movie all the time. And Whitney, why? Let's just move on. Okay, number 6. If you were a character in a book, who would you be? I did this question for another tag, and I picked Sarah Carew from A Little Princess, or Buttercup from The Princess Bride. But now, I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. You know who I would pick? Gosh, I don't know. Someone from a kid's book. Yeah. Like, I really used to love, like, Arthur books and the Arthur show. Arthur, and I say, hey! Wait, is that Arthur? It's a wonderful kind of day. Wait, what show is that? Is that Arthur? Let's just move on to the next question. I have ADD today. I cannot think in a linear way. That's what getting to 40K does to your brain, you guys. Warning, warning, when you approach 40K, you ain't gonna be able to think properly. Disclaimer. All right, number 7. What's your favorite type of music? These favorite questions are driving me crazy. I love all types of music. I can't pick a favorite genre. The only types of music I probably don't listen to are like bluegrass and like, what's that other type of music? That's like people just screaming all the time, but it's like rock music. What is that type of music where people are just like, ah! Yeah, I don't listen to that. But I love all types of music. Right now I'm listening to a lot of Christmas songs and Christmas music. I love the NSYNC Christmas album. I love the Amy Grant's Christmas album, Avalon Christmas album. And Amy Grant and Avalon are 2 Christian artists. I absolutely adore their Christmas albums. And I listen to Nat King Cole. His Christmas stuff just makes me wish I was like living in the 40s, except not, because I'm black, and yeah, the 40s wasn't a good time for us. Moving on. All right, number 8. What's the one famous myth or possible thing that you have always believed is true? Y'all, oh my gosh, so many. Like, first of all, anything that involves water or under the sea, I 100% believe, because we've only explored like 20% of our ocean or something crazy like that. So that's 80%, guys, of the ocean that has been unexplored, and the oceans make up so much of this planet. So mermaids are real. I don't care what anyone says. Mermaids. Have y'all watched those YouTube videos that like prove? Okay, that's a tangent. But mermaids. I believe in mermaids. I believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I believe in Bigfoot. Okay, Bigfoot is totally real. Guys, there have been way too many people that have seen him for him not to be real. I'm sorry. I believe in aliens. I 100% believe in life on other planets. Like, yes. Yes. There are just so many things on this planet that are unexplained. So many things in this world, in this universe, in other universes that we have yet to see that are unexplained, that I just don't know how you cannot believe in something outside of what we can see and what you have experienced. You know, there's just way too many things. Like, I'm sorry. Number 9. What's the most exciting thing you've ever done in your life? Wow, this is a very, very, like, whoa type of question. I think so far the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life is probably leaving home at 18 and going to New York City. You know, yeah, I went for college, but I grew up, you don't understand, I grew up in an extremely sheltered, very religious environment. Grew up in a very, like, supremely Christian home, very sheltered. In my culture, girls are very, very sheltered, and the fact that my parents even allowed me to go is crazy to me, because in my culture, girls just aren't, you know, there are a lot of restrictions on women. Proud feminist. There are a lot of restrictions on women, on young girls, and especially when it comes to education. And I'm so grateful for my parents, because they're very progressive and they're educated and they're not like that. You know, their minds are open and they believe in equal rights for both men and women. But, you know, that was really me stepping outside of my box. That was me being really brave and just getting out there into the world. And all the experiences I had for the 8 years that I lived in New York, you know, pushed me further and further out of my comfort zone and have really made me the person I am today. So I would say that that's probably, what does it ask? The most exciting thing I've ever done, you know, because within those 8 years, so many amazing things happened to me that could be labeled, you know, the most exciting thing ever. And then now in this current season I'm in, NaNoWriMo, like, it sounds kind of silly, but I truly am pushing myself as a writer, and the person I am today is, I'm so proud of myself. I think that NaNoWriMo, for who I am now, is a very brave thing to do. So, and finally, number 10, what do people in your life love the most about you? This is another tricky question, because I'd have to ask them to really know, but I know what I love the most about myself. I love that I'm honest, you know, to a fault. I love my loyalty to the people that I truly care about. I think that I'm extremely compassionate. It's very easy for me to put myself in someone else's shoes. And I think it's because I am a writer and I'm used to thinking kind of like outside the box and seeing the big picture. It's very, very, very easy for me to see the big picture, and I've always had that ability. And that's one of the things I love the most about myself. I have a lot of compassion and love for others without trying to constrain them or force them into an idea of who I think they should be. I don't judge people. I just let people live. I let people be who they are, and I support them in that. And it's very easy for me to put myself in their shoes and kind of imagine what they're going through and who they are right now at this point in their lives. And yeah, I mean, that's what I love the most about myself, next to my honesty and my loyalty and just how much love I have to give for other people. And you know, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. I'm sure these answers will be different in next year, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, hopefully, God willing, if I'm still here. I'm still gonna be here, fighter. Or even just tomorrow or next month. You know, as human beings, we're always growing and changing and evolving. And I think that's why I really hate the favorite questions, because favorite is such a relative word, and people need to think of their lives as seasons. You know, you're in this season right now. What do you love right now? Not, you know, holding yourself accountable to love something and one thing or 5 things for the rest of your life. That's just not reality. We're always growing and changing and becoming better, hopefully better versions of ourselves. So, ooh, that got deep. That That got so deep. But that was the get to know me tag, which I think is appropriate that it got deep because this is who I am. I'm a very deep thinker. I'm very serious, and I don't really do things surface level. So welcome to Ochie. Sorry, I know I keep looking up, but there was a roach in my room yesterday. Sorry, I just had to have a moment of silence for just how disgusting that is. And it was just like crawling on the ceiling. And yeah, I don't do roaches. I don't do bugs. Roaches, I will run, okay? Like I lived in New York, okay? So we used to have crazy critters in our apartments. And if you live in New York, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, there is a rat/mouse epidemic in New York. I mean, my very first week of college, I was in Washington Square Park and a rat this big, I kid you not, ran across my foot because I was wearing rainbow sandals. Ran across my foot, and I just had to keep my composure because I was just like, I'm a New Yorker. We are hard. We don't show emotion. And this was like my third day in New York. So then from then on, I went to live in apartments that sometimes had mouse problems, and there would straight up be like a little critter just like running around my apartment, and I'd just be like, all right, I see you. I'm calling the exterminator. Okay, you're getting evicted. So I'm not one to like be squeamish about things like that. But when it comes to roaches, I will run. I will flee the area. So that's why I keep looking out, because I'm just like, please don't come back. It literally just disappeared, and I just wanted to stay gone. Like, I wanted to not be a part of my life anymore. Okay? But anyways, this is turning into a longer video than I thought it would be. But I do want to talk to you guys about me reaching 40K. As you know, yesterday I put up a quick update. I basically just Netflixed my day away, drank lots of tea, and just relaxed. However, at around 4 a.m. this morning, I woke up and I wrote a little bit more. So I wrote about 2,000 words earlier this morning. I just woke up and I had all these ideas and all these words that were itching to come out. So I just quickly, and then I went back to sleep. So technically, I pretty much already hit my word goal for the day. I was already a little over 40,000 already, and I don't know the exact number. I feel like it's like 40,000 and 300 or something. I don't know. You can go check it out on the NaNo site if you really care, or I'll just write it in. I'll write it in here so you guys know. And then I wrote an extra 2,000 words, so I'll write my total word count right here because me and math are not friends. 42,300. Oh, look at that. Yeah, but something like that. I'll write the exact amount in. But yeah, so I have already reached my word goal for today, but chances are I probably will write a little bit more. I'm learning that I am a nighttime writer. I enjoy writing more either late at night or very early in the morning. And during the day, I can't write. Like during the day, I'd rather watch YouTube videos or do my job, as you know, I work from home, or clean, or it's just something else. I just always find something to distract me, like Instagram. Guilty. Or something else, you know, I don't want to write. So, and then when it hits like 10, 11, 12 o'clock, all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, I want to get back into my story. And then I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and all I want to do is write. So that's been my writing process so far for NaNo. 40K was hard earned, and I know you guys saw my midpoint crisis video. If you didn't, I'll link it below. And that was just my breaking point. And that video and what I went through on the 15th really just pushed me to see NaNo in a different perspective, which is what I'm now doing. I am now going to approach this as an experiment and a rehearsal. This is not the final, and that seems like such a duh thing to say, but you have to understand that all my first drafts that I've ever done in my life have always been like really good quality. Like I've never had a bad quality first draft before. Well, you know, there's a first time for everything, I guess, in life. So this has really been a learning experience. It's really pushed me out of my comfort zone of perfection and of just having to have everything just so. So yeah, I mean, you look at the positives and you keep on pushing, you know, you keep on doing what you got to do to get the words out there and to succeed. And my goal starting this wasn't necessarily 50K, my goal was to write every day. So I've already won. I'm already a winner. Yay. So that feels good. I just have to keep this going, you know, for the next 12 days or so, 13 days. I can't do math. Don't judge me. But yeah, I just have to keep this going, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to continue on, and when it's all done, I'll see what I have, and I will begin my sculpting process. Thanks so much, Bree, for that analogy, because it's so spot on. Like, I'm a sculptor, and right now I'm just trying to put the clay on, and then afterwards I'm going to go back and, you know, get to work with my tools and my editing and chip that into something feasible. So yeah, I'm over 40K now and just sliding on home to 50, but my story is nowhere near finished. Don't get me wrong. Like, I estimate that I would probably have to write another 30 to 40, maybe even another 50K to be done with the story. But, you know, you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I've told you that I don't write short stories unless it's, you know, an autobiographical short story or something like that. With my fictional storylines, I can't confine myself to something less than 300 words, or excuse me, 300 pages. So yeah, that's my update on my writing, and that is the tag. Thank you so much again to Caroline at Khaki Clay for tagging me and for creating this amazing tag. And the people I tag will be listed below, but I'm pretty sure that Khaki already tagged a lot of the people that I would tag, so I will just think of some more people and list them below. But at the same time, if you are watching this video, I tag you, because this is a cool tag, and it would be fun to watch your responses and get to know you guys a little bit more. So yeah, you are tagged, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 18. Bye. Peace. Fall storm. The wind is howling and the rain is pouring. This is like the fall, what tag was this? Fall time, cozy time book tag? No, fall time, cozy time book tag come to life for reals. I woke up today and it was like this outside. So I'm like, what book am I gonna read today? Oh my God. Love it. Get to Know Me tag by Khaki Clay. A-E-I-O-U. Okay, that's not going to be needed in this video.